Hey everyone, David from Viewin Advisory here. I'm really excited to show you a way to create blog posts at scale by scraping content from RSS feeds that contain blog posts already that may, to some degree, pertain to blog posts that you would like to publish and create yourself. So super creative, super interesting. To show you a high level workflow, what we're doing here is we're pulling in multiple RSS feeds. And then we are going to be processing and extracting data from certain blog posts and then assessing whether they're going to be a good fit for our specific use case and to determine if the blog posts are going to be relevant here. So let's hop right into things. I will show you how we're doing this so you can get it done yourself. So what we're doing, we're aggregating about 6 different RSS feeds. And we are pulling certain data and content from these individual blog posts to then match criteria and then assess the fit if it's going to be meant for us. So let's take a look at the data that is presented from a certain blog, article, blog post. We have a link to the article / blog post, the title, certain content, the creator of the post, and a bunch of information. And what we're going to be looking for is content snippets, the information from the post itself, and the bulk of the post. And then we're going to be pulling this data. So we're extracting this into multiple columns: content snippet, the creator of the post, a link to the article, the title of the article, and then certain tags. Okay. Then we have an AI action that is being run to determine if the article is relevant to our specific use case. So we have a prompt here where we are extracting information about the industry and the sub-industries, and then we're giving the AI instructions to determine if this article is highly relevant and is of interest to the target readers. In this case, it's going to be mechanical, electrical, and mechatronics engineers working in these specific fields. So we have an industry list as well that we've given the prompt, and then we're telling the AI to assess the articles. And we're determining the fit here. And the responses is going to be segmenting the blog posts / articles into relevant industry buckets. So this is super important to keep in mind because we need to know where to then send the generated blog post. Okay. So here's everything segmented out based on the industry. And then what we're doing here is that we're also classifying the industry for our client. And we're running a content quality assessment to make sure that the content that we're extracting is going to be of high quality nature so that we can actually go and start posting these generated blogs ourselves. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting. We need to assess the quality of the blog post using Google's EEAT criteria. Okay. And the important piece here and why this is really necessary is because we want the blog posts that are created to actually be viewed and read by our target. So we give it specific steps. Feel free to pause the video to review how this prompt is actually written. Okay. And then the output fields that we have here is quality score, a content type, and whether we're actually able to access the blog post. If it can't be accessed, there's no point in assessing it because we can't get the content from there. Okay. Now, if the action has been completed and everything's been assessed, we extract the quality score. And then we determine the content type here. So we know whether the content is an article, blog post, blog article, a teaser, a news article, etc. Now, this action here, which is really important to our overall process, is determining whether we need to proceed or not. So if the system has been assessed and the quality score is above a certain threshold, then we will proceed. Otherwise, do not proceed. So we have a list here of over 1,300 blog posts that have been extracted from these 6 RSS feeds. And then we're writing certain information and criteria to another clay table where we're then going to be actually generating blog posts at scale relevant to the blog posts that we extracted and scraped the data from, essentially. So let's take a look at what we're transferring over here to another table. So we have the relevant sub-industries, article URL, a classification of the industry. So then we know which blog bucket we need to actually write this generated content to, and then the content type as well. So let's take a look at the preparation of this information. Here we have 10 examples I'm going to be showing you of blog posts that have been generated. So we see the sub-industries, the type of blog area that we want to publish it to, and the article URL. This blog ID is from our client's Shopify store where the content is going to be uploaded to. And then we have an action here where we're then again scraping the website of that URL, and we're extracting different fields. What's important here: title, keywords, description, extracted keywords, images, and a body text. And here we have an AI action that's being run to actually create the content of the newly generated blog. Now, what's important here is that we're not getting the system to copy other blog posts that are out there. We're using this as an inspiration to then create new blog posts that are relevant to our clients, or that can be relevant to you, that will track the user base that you need and that you're trying to get after. So take a pause within this video, read through the prompt, see what we're actually accomplishing here. We're giving it very, very specific actions here that we want to make sure that the content that's being generated will be of high quality. And we're outputting certain fields here where it's an article body in an HTML form. We're also generating an article title. So I'll show you this prompt as well, so you can copy it. So write a concise and impactful title, no longer 80 characters. And the input here is the article that has been generated. Excellent. What we're also doing here is inputting a prompt, or getting a prompt actually generated so that DALL-E can create an image for the blog post that were generated. Now, there's a caveat here where DALL-E is not very good. And we are going to be using Midjourney to create the images. So once the image has been created from DALL-E, we'll then set up an API action that is pushing these images to Midjourney. And we can actually track that as well. And then we're running another AI action here to create SEO keywords and metadata, descriptions, and titles for the article, because we want to get traffic to the actual blog post. There's no point of creating all of this if nobody's going to read it. So SEO, obviously very important for this. And then what's the output that we're getting? A title, description. What we're then doing is we are sending this data over to Shopify. So the SEO titles, description, article body, the article title, and then we get an article ID. And that's when we're then pushing it over to Midjourney. I think for the sake of this video and walkthrough, focus right now mainly on how you can actually start generating these blog posts at scale. I mean, that's going to be most important right now, because the HTTP actions that we're running is quite involved. We're more than happy to show you how that actually functions. We're not going to go into that right now, but focus really on how you can go about generating this blog post at scale for your website. And it's fairly straightforward. It takes a little bit of creative thinking, and that's what Clay is really all about, is molding your ideas into actionable processes. We're achieving really, really good results with this, and it can be applied to any industry type. It can be applied to any business. You just need to make sure that the blog posts and the RSS feeds that you're going to be inputting is going to be relevant to your industry. So there is still some touch points that you need to do yourself to get it all set up. And then once it's all set up, it's going to be running in the background automatically. And you get to really go in and pick and choose to which degree you want to actually publish it or not. But it's really, really useful for driving content strategies for your business. So if you have any questions for us about this, I'm more than happy to chat one-on-one. And yeah, I hope it works out for you. Leave a comment in the comment section if you want to get us to share this Clay table with you. We can obviously extract certain information from there. And if you need help, we're here to help. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.